Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thanks again for joining me here. Hope you're having a phenomenal day. Take another quick look here at Internet Computer ICP. I got to start off by saying thank you so much for the wonderful feedback I got from the ICP community. Wow, that video yesterday really took off. So make sure you like the button down below, or no, hit the like button. You can like the button too, but just hit the button and help grow the channel. Greatly appreciate it. And again, thanks again so much for the wonderful feedback. We jumped up here to we surpassed that 1.618 as expected and didn't reject hard off of that previous resistance level at 640. We are consolidating nicely there, however, at this point, which is great. So we're going to talk about that and kind of what that means for us here. We'll draw out some new fibs and effectively understand what's going to happen next. And to preface, if you're new to the channel, I'm not a financial advisor. I do love teaching people to trade, and I hope you can learn something today. Obviously, if you want to become a better trader, cryptocash.tech is a site, link down below. And what we want to look at here, of course, is a few key factors. So we'll go ahead and remove this little projection from yesterday. We're going to talk about Elliott Wave here today, but also more important, just to quickly note too, because I think I got a lot of questions like, hey, what's your Discord? What's going on over there? We got a phenomenal group of people over here in our Discord. So we got tons and tons of people coming over. I think we had the most amount of new members yesterday, which is great. So I just want to let you guys know I do have a Trading Academy community and signals group. If you're curious about some signals, we do send those out frequently. ICP 151%. We took that profit yesterday. Yeah, it's a month and a half old, but hey, it's a swing trade, and that's profit nonetheless, no matter how you look at it. So again, awesome stuff there. We also took Cardano profits yesterday, and Adam and Cartesi OP the day before. That's my swing trading group. We have day trades also that scalp the heck out of Solana, Matic, and Ethereum and BNB. There we go. Yeah, so this is all from yesterday too. So again, awesome stuff there. Be sure to check out my signals guide if you're curious on how to utilize those. Okay, so just kind of like to preface the video with that because I get tons of questions right now. A lot of new members over there, so I'd just love to help educate y'all. Okay, again, make sure you watch my Trading Academy videos, my university videos on the website. Extremely important to learn as much as you can. So let's look at this here. Let's go to the daily first, work our way down. We know today is not as aggressive of a candle as yesterday, but we're still ascending bullishly here. Okay, no surprise, we're working ascendingly with this trend line. We can also see as well that our stochastic RSI is swinging up, money flow index is high, and RSI is also above 70. Now you might be surprised to hear this, but being above 70 is a really, really good place to be because that kind of maintains this bullish continuation. Okay, it does leave the coin susceptible to potential for pullback, but once again, recognize this here. We are testing that resistance level based on the weekly candlestick close. Okay, so this weekly candlestick hasn't closed yet. Sorry, this is kind of ugly with the moving averages here. Okay, a little easier to see there. So again, I marked these on the charts yesterday, $6.40 as a close approximate, which does imply our next high here is 740 as another close approximate. So we could be working between 640 to 740 in the next couple of weeks. But the truth is here, until this week closes above this level, we can presume 640 is going to be a resistance level for us. Okay, so just kind of got to clear the air and specify what that line means because I did get that question too. So when it comes to the 4-hour time frame, what we want to look at here is a few things. First of all, when we do look at Elliott Wave, we'll talk about that in the hourly. It's roughly the same numbers because again, the common retracement levels for Fibonacci is the 0.618, 0.382, and 0.236 levels. In other words, these levels here are the most consistent levels that we'll see retracements towards. That said, we'll see here roughly what that looks like in a moment. But what I want to specify first before we look at that is that we're above all three moving averages, sorry, all four, the three most important ones. We're ascending bullishly here with another continuation. So now we can kind of draw out this little trend line here and see and pay attention to that as well. Okay, because again, a likelihood of the price action consolidating in this area before it breaks out is equally as high. We could even see a descending channel for a bull flag pattern for the breakout as well. Those are bullish signs. There are some bearish signs we want to watch out for too, but it's a little premature to presume that this is going to happen. Another breakout, but it's also looking very good with the amount of volume we're seeing here. This is an important indicator people don't look at or pay attention to. I mean, obviously we had a ton of volume here, but if you zoom in a little bit, you can see the amount of volume that we're seeing at this higher price point is pretty good, and that's a lot of volume at a high price point. So again, when volume continues and maintains itself, as we can see here, then great things do happen. So we're going to pay attention to the volume tapering off. If and when it does, then we'll know that we might want to consider selling. However, take a look here, money flow index and RSI are still staying high. Okay, all the more reason to leave your long position open. We'll confirm this on the hourly as well, but stochastic is swinging down. Keep in mind that's sometimes viewed as a bearish sign. I prefer to look at the second stochastic swing down. In other words, if it happens, we'll see it happen like this here, where We had one stochastic swing and the second one too. What I'm saying about a swing too is it's divergence. It's the 12 intersects with the 26 in a downward fashion. Now, basically, when they had that last stochastic, the price continued higher for the first swing down. The second swing down did bring the price action with it. Okay, so again, we're in this first swing here, right, where the price action is going sideways. If we do see a second divergence on the RSI, the stochastic RSI on the 4-hour, then at that point we might want to consider the price is going to pull back. But right now, I don't feel like we're seeing that just yet. All right, again, we're looking fairly good here. And you got to keep in mind too, as a full-time trader, I've been doing this for 20 years. You got to look for reasons not to take a trade versus reasons to take a trade, right? Me personally, this coin's overextended. It's hard for me to justify buying it right now. That's just me personally. I prefer to buy dips and wait for the right opportunity. Hindsight, the best opportunity was this right here when Bitcoin wicked down to the 40,000 range. But once more, we may not see that again, right? So in truth, price action is looking pretty darn good here. We got some nice little patterns forming and things are looking great. So let's clarify here on the hourly where we're at. And this is a confirming factor for me personally. This is one of my main confirming factors on the hourly, is if we're above the cloud, we have the conversion line above the baseline, and lagging spans free and clear. We can see this guy's free and clear here for the moment. Again, another 8 hours, maybe a different story. But right now we are clear and good to go to leave your long position open. Conversion lines above the baseline. No reason to close your long position. And of course, the cloud is averaging itself out there at about 0.236. So if the price does pull back, we could and very well should see a bounce off that level. Okay. Again, a lot of little support scenarios here for us as a better case scenario. Now, worst case scenario, I like to prepare you for this because it's important to recognize these things. These are the levels we could see the price pull back to if it breaks this lower level, the support at 625, or effectively continues to progress lower. Say we get that second stochastic swing to the downside on the RSI on the 4-hour, then we'd be looking at these targets. And if you kind of look at these targets and how they kind of add up, we can see the most amount of support here at 0.618 at 565. Second most amount at about 0.5, that's the most common retracement area, most recent high. So most recent high, what is that? That's a previous resistance, likely turn support. So the price does pull back, that would be another place too. 0.382 is common, but we don't have a ton of support there based on resistance levels. So my speculation is we'll see 0.5 or 0.618 if we get an aggressive sell-off from this coin. A lot of this is ifs and wins and potential scenarios, okay? Nothing is official, but at this point, we've deducted that the daily time frame's massive. It's awesome. Most coins actually have that same behavior right now. The 4-hour time frame is looking pretty good, but it's not fully, it's not perfect, I guess, if you will, but it's mostly good. The hourly is looking pretty good as well, but we're nearing the end of this little uptrend, so there is potential for the price to stabilize at this level for some time before it legs up, or it goes up soon. In other words, what I want to look for in the near future here is some patterns. We're going to be looking for higher highs and higher lows. We have parallel lows here, which kind of gives us a tentative double bottom. So the key takeaway here is this next little uptrend. If it breaks through this little resistance level here at about 652 and closes above that level, then we should be able to see the price continue. Because again, you're gonna see this little trend line here broken, and once you see that, that's when things take off. Okay. Again, there's probably this upper level of liquidity which we didn't talk about, which it is. We can see that level there needs to be swept. Okay. So again, all the more reason why the price action is more likely to go up than down. But again, I think it's also slightly on the premature side to presume it's going to happen. But everything's pointing up. There's nothing that really tells us that we're looking for a pullback at this exact moment. Okay. So what are your thoughts? Love to hear it. Comment below. Let me know your position on ICP. Let me know if you learned something today. And more important, check this out too, because we actually got a phenomenal exchange that we're working with right now. You might have saw this in my video yesterday, but they give you some healthy benefit rewards. No KYC, no VPN. It's the main reason why we're using them. And because again, a lot of our US Canadian members, they have difficulty finding good exchanges that are sustainable without KYC. Like BingX, for example, they're requiring VPNs. It means KYC is on the horizon. That's always a starting point. So this exchange is awesome because they have trailing stop losses, multiple take profit targets. In my Discord, I do have a Bitunix section I'm going to continue to add to, but for now, you got some good foundational stuff there. If you're ever curious, I got a YouTube video instructing you how to use the exchange, but awesome stuff. Be sure to check everything out. Thanks again for just, again, the wonderful feedback. ICP community, you are great. Deeply appreciate you, and we'll look forward to seeing you in tomorrow's video. This will be a daily driver for us now. Have a good rest of your day. See you again soon. Bye-bye.